How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Now, before we get into this video, guys, I want to quickly just mention something. We're going to go over to Facecam here real quick in full form. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll quickly just mention something. It's really late at night. I know you may notice I'm really tired, kind of, so to say, and it's really dark, but I want to cover this specifically, and I also want to mention something really important in this video. If you guys enjoy these, videos where I cover rumors, speculations, discussions, what's happening in the community, and just trying to get you guys, hyped up and keep you interested in what's to come for Pokemon, then please do hear me out. There is risks right now with YouTube. I'm seeing a bunch of channels losing their monetization and that sort of stuff, like full on losing their monetization, and it's scaring me because this is my full-time job. You know what I mean? Like for a lot of people, this YouTube thing is my full-time job. So I want to quickly mention that I did something that I didn't want to do, which is to open a Patreon. So quickly just want to mention that it's going to be linked down below. If you want to go that extra mile, it's up to you. Please do note it's not necessary. It's just an extra precaution in case I lose my monetization, because YouTube can hit at any time. And I'm not sure if they would hit my sort of videos, because my videos really, I talk about like different subjects. I don't really include much copyrighted-esque material. For example, I talk about rumors that pop up, on 4chan and that sort of stuff, and mostly it tends to be text rumors and that sort of thing, and sometimes images, of Pokemon, that sort of stuff. That's kind of what I talk about and do videos on, and sometimes that could be considered, just not the sort of content that would be suitable, which I do understand, but a lot of people do this sort of stuff in the community, and I want to keep doing these videos because I do enjoy them, but it would be really hard. Either way, let's get into the actual content here, guys, the actual rumor. I'm sorry for delaying here. Let's talk about what we have here, guys. So, this popped on 4chan earlier, or this actually popped up a while ago, but it's actually been taken down. Now, I still have access to this. The only reason I do have access to it is because I didn't close down the page, but my friends, or rather people on Discord, told me that basically this page is down now. I'm not refreshing it because I'm keeping it open as much as I can, so I can read through the information, and of course the image here. I'm going to break down why this image is probably BS, okay? So, as you know, my job is for the most part to debunk these things. So let's start with the actual information here that's provided, which is saying that 52 new Pokemon are going to be in this game. Now, let me be honest, 52 Pokemon is just far too little, okay? It is far too little in my opinion. It is just not enough for a brand new Pokemon experience that's going to be meant to be huge, right? Number two point here that he mentions is 15 Galarian forms, which would make it so that we have, give or take, add 10 on that, so we got like 67 new, forms, whatever, forms in Pokemon, which is not enough. It also says no new Megas, which would be disappointing. Models of new Pokemon are not in the demo. Then good job, Game Freak. And then no Kalos post-game, which I think is kind of expected at this point. I've talked about this previously, that I do not think we're going to get Kalos post-game in general, because this is Game Freak and they don't tend to, want to include an extra region or whatever. And the thing here is, like, new mechanic called Arena Fight, which he doesn't explain what it works like, what it is, or any of that. Almond Pokemon are a thing, fair enough, and he says more soon. Now, this was deleted, okay? This whole, thread got deleted pretty early on, actually. Pretty early on when it popped up, it got deleted and removed. And there's been a few other rumors saying that, like, some people saying, like, oh, I got access to E3, E3 demo. I got access to E3 demo. A bunch of that sort of stuff has been flying around, which I do not believe. And I'll break down why this one isn't real. And I'll break it down from my experience from someone who's been messing around in Photoshop. So first of all, on the side here, and I'll remove my face cam for a second. On the side here, he's got an image showing like a little cartridge, which is definitely not real. First of all, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't put the logos like that on the actual cartridge. It's definitely like a really well made fake, I'd probably say. And you will notice with the actual text here, and I can take my camera on again. You'll notice with the text here, and also there's no like special demo on the actual disc here, which is very strange. Why would you have both the names? I mean, if it's a demo disc, right, I get it. But if it's like meant to be some sort of, also I'm going to put this over here so so don't show that code thing. But if this is like meant to be a demo, why are they using a font that I've used in Photoshop? This is a very like basic font you find in Photoshop, and also the fading here looks exactly, and also even the inside lines here that you see, the kind of the bulkiness to the text is what a feature of Photoshop that's very prominent, which is kind of used by the most generally by people. And also you'll notice the outlines of the just look at the outlines of special demo version here. I mean, look at that, right? Look at the outlines right there. They're so jagged. Then look at the outlines on these ones right here. You know what I mean? These are clean on the logo, right? There's no way that Game Freak would go through, the hassle of making a special demo and not making the text look proper. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't look proper. It's very jagged and just messed up across the board. Generally doesn't look good. Also, It says press start. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure, and this was mentioned to me by a viewer, that I don't know about you guys, but when I look at a Switch, I don't see a start button. I mean, I see the home button, I see A, B, Y, X, plus, minus, the fucking buttons over here, just yeah, that's about it. There is no start button. There's a home button, of course, but, this is the power button. But there is no start button. And it says start button down there, which is what a Pokemon game never does to do. They just kind of show you the intro screen and they tell you to press A, right? Or whatever. So that's instantly another thing here that kind of like pushes this to me towards more of being like something straight up like BS. So yeah. That in general should break down the general gist of this one as to why I think it is just probably not real. And I mean, most of you guys probably would realize that this isn't real. It's pretty straightforward at this point. I think it's kind of self-explanatory, if anything. But I do wonder though, if it does end up being real, which I don't think it is. What are your opinions, guys? Like, what do you think about the potential of only 52 Pokemon? Because it does sound pretty horrendous. Okay, 52 Pokemon just sounds pretty freaking awful. I personally wouldn't want that. 50 new Galarian forms. Just again, another one of those really like insignificant things that I wouldn't prefer. No new Megas. Would be boring. I think Megas is something that a lot of people want to see return. Majority of people, I would say, would want to see that return. Models of the new Pokemon are not in the demo, which would be strange because wouldn't you want them to be in the demo? Like, I mean, I don't know. That's a bit odd. I mean, maybe it's a demo and you want to keep all that stuff secret, but I mean, who am I to say? Then also here, no Kalos post game, of course, which I do think is reasonable. New mechanic called Arena Fight doesn't get explained here. Would be nice if it was explained. Also, how would you have an Arena Fight thing if there are no new Pokemon? How would you even do that? And how far away would the first Arena Fight thing be? And armored Pokemon are a thing. So yeah, guys, I'll be honest. I think this one's BS. I think this rumor is just straight up bogus. I wouldn't give it too much, leeway. Personally, that's just what I think. But that's just how it is sometimes. These things pop up and you never really know much about them. So that's just how it is. Now, there is one more rumor that I want to cover real quick in this video that popped up as well, and it's this one. So it's a really short one. I thought it'd be worth just going through it in this video because it's just a little short one here. And this one says, "Man, oh man, and forge a path to greatness" by Grookster here. So here's what he said. "Sorry, no electric / fire bunny, but more like fire / steel. Okay. Sorry, no water / dragon or ghost, lizard, but more like water / electric." Yeah, that just doesn't seem likely. I'm gonna be honest, that just seems ludicrous as hell, because there is no way that Game Freak would go for a water electric type at this point. I don't think they'd do that. It just feels a little bit iffy. Now, remember these four: electric, bug, fire, ghost. Okay. Normal / water, seal. Okay. Fair enough. Yes, another inanimate object Pokemon based on a crown. Steel, then turns into Steel Ghost. So, a crown Pokemon, like a literal crown Pokemon. I don't know, I mean, we have had Sandygast and, that sort of stuff. And we've also had, like, Mimikyu with, like, a literal rag on it. We've had Klefki, we've had Vanillux, and, all that sort of stuff. I mean, we've had a lot of inanimate object Pokemon, and we have had a few in recent times. So, I mean, Sandygast is a little bit different though, but still kind of like, it's a literally sandcastle. So I think it's possible, if, in all fairness, a crown being a Pokemon, I mean, I wouldn't see an issue with that. 2 new evolutions, unique way of evolving them, fair enough. And starter involves a bit of effort to get to. Not your standard talk to professor and get them, I guess, which is fair enough. It does seem like there is going to be a little bit of effort needed to get your starter Pokemon in these games, based on what we've seen from the trailers. Does seem reasonable. And also here they say no new Mega / UB / Z moves. Now, Z moves are something that I personally think we won't see, again in Pokemon for a long time, or maybe even at all. The reason I say that is because Z-moves were kind of like this weird gimmick that really didn't go through that well, right? No new Megas is a little bit disappointing. I think Megas is something that was really, really popular, right? I think it made a lot of like money for the Pokemon Company and Game Freak, right? It was really, really, really popular. So I would be surprised if they didn't go for that as well. Also, again, sorry for no background music, guys. Literally gotta avoid background music because there's a potential YouTube can, get you for that using background music. I'll check, with a few music artists and see if they're okay with, me using their music 100%, if their music is also like, falls under the same category of like, being able to be used and all that. But besides that point though, I want to just quickly bring up again, when it comes to back to this stuff. So no new Megas. I don't know, really strange. UBs, I'm not expecting Ultra Beasts to be in these games. I think Ultra Beasts were an Alola thing, and I'm not sure if they're going to bring them back. I mean, there is probably going to be a lot of space-related themes in this, aliens, etc., that sort of stuff, probably going to be present in this, so who knows. But, I don't know, I'm just trying to look at this from a very, from an arguably objective standpoint, right? So I think that the demo thing is BS. That's just personally what I feel. I don't think it's real. I don't know, man. I mean, I ain't feeling it, man. I just ain't feeling it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, then drop a like down below. And thanks so much for watching. And also, guys, if you want to check out the Patreon, it would be appreciated. You do not need support to Patreon. There will not be any exclusive content on there, like, you know, that's going to be kept away from the normal audience. The Patreon's just as a way to support the channel, so I can keep doing this without having to worry about, you know, potentially future issues with YouTube and the demonetization and all that shit, because that stuff is really painful. And since, you know, we moved to this new apartment, it's really expensive, so, and I'm paying for, you know, half of it. It would be a total disaster if, you know, I had to, you know, just all of a sudden lose monetization sometime in the near future. You never know. I mean, it could end up that I never get demonetized, or never lose my monetization, or it could end up it happening, you know, in the next week or tomorrow or whatever, or even tonight. Who knows? My point is that it can happen at any given time. I've seen a bunch of like music channels that make Pokemon remix music. I've seen a bunch of those channels get hit. So I'm just really just trying to, you know, set up precautions. And if nothing happens, or, you know, for a long time, you know, I'll look over it, and I've contacted my network, check in with them, you know, if everything's fine. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know about this, because it's a little bit worrying for me. It's really stressful, because I'm trying to keep, you know, my head, you know, clear, and just trying to keep focusing on making videos for you guys. But it's just really stressful when you got to think about, like, oh, will I survive this month if YouTube just, you know, decides to hit me? So yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching the video, though. If you did enjoy, then drop a like down below, and I will catch you all, guys, in the next one. Have yourselves a great day, and bye bye.